Yeah. Y'all know what it is, man. Eagles wear boxing. It's Monday. Let's talk about this thing. Listen to that Eagle. Yeah. Rumors of war and rumors of fights. What we got? Rumors. Look at all these rumors. I can't take it no more. I don't know the song. Something like that, right? All these rumors around me every day. Get up these rumors. Yeah, yeah. So, yes, if you're a boxing fan, a great boxing fan, that's what you got to live off right now. You got to live off rumors. Sorry. But that's just what it is, you know. Welcome to Eagles Way of Boxing. We're going to talk about stuff. I just feel like playing my drum a little bit. I'll wait for y'all to get in here. Brothers out there, Derek Bailey, y'all better recognize. Yeah, brother. Brother Derek, yeah. We got a little bit of crow out there, man. He said salute the Eagles Way of Boxing. We got a little bit of crow out there. Man, y'all got me again, Derek. I'm going to stop messing with y'all, man. I'm going to stop messing with. At least I was perfect. I was not perfect, but I was. Yeah, I told y'all, man. Yeah, I know everybody was thinking because of the first fight, right? Huh? Makubu. Everybody, y'all was thinking, huh? Everybody's thinking, no, this is going to just be like a blowout. I seen all those KO predictions. Yep. I see all those KO predictions. We'll talk about the other one coming up, though. I'm going to stay on the left side on this one, I think. Yep. On this card coming up, I'm staying on the left side for February's card, except for, yep, everybody's on the left side. Except for Barrios, I don't know. I might have to go against Keith. I'm sorry, man. I might have to go against Keith, man. I might have to be the odd man out on that one. I might have to be the odd man out. Makubu, he didn't go get that knockout like everybody thought, though, right? Shit. I was gonna pick Chicago too, man. Count Chicago. That Count Chicago is just, I guess he's underrated. I'm gonna say that. Because he came in shape, and sometimes that's what fighters have to do. You got to come in shape, man. And see, you come in shape, and then you fool everybody. Everybody thinking you gonna get beat. You come in shape, and then you change the whole story around. Nice crisp punches and stuff. I know, me too. Derek said I should have went back to Constantine. Yeah, me too. But you know what it is? I think I mistake Constantine for somebody else, man. And I know that's what I did. Because I think we even talked about the controversy. If I didn't talk about it here, I know I talked about the controversy. And I was like, wait a minute, this guy, he kind of crisp. He did kind of fade, right? But he came in way in shape. He just came in too, man, he was throwing, he was getting off like 6-piece combinations and stuff. I'm like, huh? Hey, you knew your prediction was going out the window as soon as you seen him. When he was landing 6-piece combinations, Derek, you know your prediction went out the window right then. You was like, damn, I should have stuck with Constantine. There we go again. Going against Brazil. Brazil been turning up lately, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. Shout out to Brazil, man. They've been turning up lately. Okay, you said, they said he didn't win. but got the decision. I picked that on Fantasy Boxing League. Yeah, yeah. But the last fight, that other fight he was in, it was controversial. He thought he won that one. So yeah, you see, I'm thinking about picking Barrios too. I might have to jump off the Keith wagon. I ain't trying to hate, but I might have to jump off the Keith, man. I'm tired of getting these little fluky losses. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm getting losses that I shouldn't get. That's what I feel. I feel like I'm getting losses. I'm like, I shouldn't have got that loss. Shit. I'm getting losses I shouldn't suffer, brother. I was trying to go with the consensus. I'm like, okay, Eagles wear boxing. They know, where everybody know. I was right on the Makubu, though. I told y'all wasn't going to be no shit. He almost could have lost that shit, right? Told y'all. Everybody was banking off the first fight. Oh, you got him out of there first time. You get him out again. Now, Constant Cow, I just made a mistake on that. That's me going with Americans and stuff. Going by flags. Going by flags got me. Melendez didn't get me. But that go and Brian, that didn't get so. And you know what I'm saying, Martinez, we did good on that one, so. Yeah. But we already knew the results on that anyway. You gotta go all the way back to Russell Jr. It's like we getting these little check marks with these fighters that's getting us. Yeah, some of these fighters is getting us. Yeah, they getting us. Oh, Lindy, we fits in here. What's up, Queen? Salute to the Queen out there. I give her a salute as I have my drink. But you thinking about that Barrios too, though? Yeah, I'm thinking about that Barrios, man. I don't know. I got a couple of more days, brother. I might have to jump ship. I'm not on nobody's ship, but I might have to jump ship and go the other way. Anyway, Lindy, we fit say a good day to everyone. She got the heart up for everyone. There you go. I appreciate that. Yep. Derek said, peace to Queen at Lindy We Fit. There you go. That's right. Peace to the Queen. There you go, brother. Appreciate that. Let me say it. Yeah, Derek said, yeah, his cardio was on point. Yep. He got rocked twice. Martinez hurt him in the third. But even after the fight, he said he wanted that. He wanted to get shook up a little bit. I believe him. I believe him because the way he fought, that a lot of times when you get shook up, the way you fight is not the same. You know what I mean? You get shook up and you're like, this ain't gonna be my day. You just fold. But no, he didn't fold like that. So, but shout out to him. Shout out to him for doing what he had to do. And that's what it was. Shout out to him. I'm not gonna sit there and hate. I just made a mistake. That's all we did. Just made a stupid mistake. It's not really stupid. It's just like this overthinking. Like, yeah, we're gonna get him. But if look at this, there's been a couple of times we just had a fight. Was it Yard? Which fight did we just have? We just had a fight not too long ago where everybody was thinking there's going to be a repeat and it wasn't. It was just the opposite. It wasn't Yard. I think it was somebody. I forget who it was. But we was all thinking, oh yeah, it was over the pond. Yeah, we was all, he gonna get that W and wang wang. You get the wall. That's the music you get. Wang wang wang. That means you lost. That means you just lost with all W's. Yeah, he's like, I'm about to pick. I'm thinking about picking too. Yep. Yeah, Martinez didn't have another gear. How does that work out? How do you come into a fight with just? How you come into a fight with just just one gear? He might have been banking stuff on like I'm hurting this guy. A lot of times you can't bank everything on just hurting somebody just because you hurt somebody. You can't put all your eggs in the bag. Oh yeah, I'm hurting them. No, we see that. I'm gonna do a breakdown, probably of like a round of an old fight, just so we can see what it's like. Not necessarily that old, but I just want to pick out a fight to where we can just break. We're gonna analyze one round of, what a champ does when he's more or less getting beat down in the round. Lindy Weak Fit, did you give me a thumbs up? Or you don't know how to do it? Or you better give me. You always have to give a thumbs up before you come in. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Derek said, "Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking." Constant Cow has 400. Yeah, there you go. See, and that's 400 something amateur. I know what you're about to say. 400 something amateur fights and Olympic gold medal. That's what I'm saying. We got so confident and cocky because of a flag that we going against knowledge. You know what I mean? Everybody in the chat, I think, picked him. I think everybody in the chat went with him, but none of us went back. I mean, I can understand why we don't reflect back on amateur careers, but you can't disrespect that. You can't disrespect, you can't disrespect somebody with 400 and something. 400 and something, you know what I mean? 400 and something career amateur fights and over 400 wins. Yo, I'm gonna go against him. You serious about going against him? Come on. Yeah. Yeah, but you went in there, salute the Gil Coles up in there. Yeah, but you went in there thinking about the youth and all that. Yeah, that don't always work. Yeah, Macabre won by split. Yeah, Macabre, he won by split decision. I know, and a lot of people in here predicted, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people in here predicted that it was going to be a KO. I think even Gil said it was going to be a KO. Everybody's like, oh, KO by 9. Right. You should have said barely win by split decision. That's what you should have said. Barely win by split decision. These fighters do not turn up when we think they're going to turn up. Yep. Yeah, Barrios might shock him though, but Derek Bay said experience. Keith has the edge in the area. Yeah. No, it's Yard. It was somebody else. It was around the same time that Yard fought, but it was. I just don't. I can't remember exactly who it was. But everybody was. Oh, it might have been the Yard fight. Yard got beat, right, and then Yard came back and knocked him out, right? Is that what it was? That's what it was, I think. That's because these fighters aren't consistent, so you don't know who would show up, right? And then the whole thing of staying out for years and stuff. Lady Weefit said, "Okay," she said, laughing out loud. Eagles Webb, he said, "Do a breakdown on Chiefs' loss. On the Chiefs' loss, that ain't got nothing to do with it." See, Lindy, what I told you. Do you see? Chiefs ain't got shit to do with boxing, right? And I told you a lot of times when you come in, you can just talk about anything you want to. See, Gil Coates coming in and talking about the Chiefs because my Chiefs lost. Hey, that's okay. I still got a Rams jersey. I got a Rams jersey in another room. I still got one more hope. At least to sport some gear. I don't care about them. It was on sale. I had it for I don't know how many years I had it. When the Rams when they first got hot, when golf was doing okay, but I don't know. But that's because I like the running backs and stuff like that. But no, I'm still not going with. I don't know, Cincinnati. I got people over there. I got friends and all that. I don't know. It don't even sound right for them to be in no Super Bowl. I'm sorry. I can't endorse them. I'm still going Rams. I can't endorse the Chiefs. I mean the Cincinnati Bengals. I can't. Martinez has Corrales training them now. Good. Well, that was great. Derek Banks said that interception did it. Yep. I don't. Cincinnati might win it. I don't trust these big games. I don't trust this one. This playoff was so. It looked so awful to me, man. Like in my eyes, I saw too much stuff that looked suspect, Derek. I'm sorry. Like when the ref was standing in back of the center and waited for time to run out before they can hike the ball. All that stuff looked too suspect, man. And then that was actually a fumble. That was actually a fumble too. If y'all look at it, that was actually a fumble against the Chiefs. That was a fumble. You can't throw the ball down. You ain't a quarterback. You ain't sliding in for safety or nothing like that. You can't just throw the ball out. That was a fumble right there. That's bad calls, man. He said Joe Burrow the truth. We gonna see what it is. Yeah, the thing about that is that it would have been not just that there. It would have been so strange too, though, for it because you lose 3 times to one team. Oh, that's over your head. They would have put too much hype on it. They would have had to put a whole lot of hype on it. You think about it, they would have had to put a lot of hype on that. Like, okay, man, y'all got to go get this win because we've been losing. We done lost 3 of them, so it's our turn. Yeah, yeah. Derek Bay said, yeah, it's crazy if San Francisco would have won been the third time. Yeah, third time the 49ers and Bengals met in the Super Bowl. Of course, Gail's crying like always. Yeah, Constant Cal. Constant Cal got you, Gil. Constant Cal. Y'all better remember his name. I'm not gonna rush. I'm not gonna rush no more judgments and stuff. He was sitting on. He was sitting on top of a nest egg, Derek. He's sitting over there, 400 something wins. 400 something wins, amateur, and we sitting there and we just discounted it. I'm gonna stop mess. I'm gonna stop messing with y'all. Sometimes I like to go. One of y'all is like, I'm gonna go with him on this fight. But yeah, you know what the topic is though. The topic is fights. That's what it is. That's what the topic is. It's fights. It's like who's. We getting too much information, man. All I'm getting is information. That's all I'm getting. I'm just getting information on this and that. This fighter's gonna do this. You fighters ain't gonna fight if you don't negotiate. If there's no contracts being signed and nothing else, I can't even listen to it no more. I don't know who. I don't know who Canelo's fighting. I don't know who Charlo's fighting. I just don't. I don't know. I'm not gonna put my. I'm not gonna sit there and do a report. You got people doing shows. They doing 2-hour shows on fights that may happen or might not happen. Gil picked Conchacao. I don't think Gil picked Conchacao. Well, I didn't hear him say it. He might have. I didn't hear him, but I didn't see it. I didn't know he did. Well, maybe Gil got that one right. But I damn sure that's the one I messed up on. Makabu, I know a lot of people said KO, but I had to go with, I was like a split decision, which is good. I mean, it's not. It's just. I mean, split decision is still a win, but split decision. I couldn't go against South Africa, man. I got reasons, baby. Yeah, I couldn't go against South Africa on that. Not like that. Gil, did you pick Consecao? Consecao went out there. You know what surprised me though in that fight? What surprised me is his combinations. Is what surprised me. His combinations surprised me. The punches, not because he was getting combinations off, but he was getting better. Shit, Gary Russell Jr. couldn't get combinations off like that. Gary Russell was getting 2-3 shots and he was getting countered. He was walking into counter shots. Oh wow. Yeah. And who was that? Which fight was that? Which fight was that, Derek? Where it was nothing but it was like check. It was just nothing but check hooks, like check left hooks. And I'm thinking that was, if I'm not mistaken, I think that was the Bryan fight. No, it wasn't the Bryan fight. It wasn't the Bryan fight. I don't know. I forgot. I gotta go back and check. I think it might have been. Let me see. I gotta look at what did I look at? It was nothing but a bunch of check. It might have been Constitutional. Nothing but check hook, check lefts, check hook. Like damn, you running into check hooks. Somebody's getting beat off you know, you getting beat off somebody with check hooks and making them run into check hooks. I'm like, God dang, dude, really? Really? I had never heard a announcer call so many check hooks. Everybody was surprised when Ricky Hatton finally ran into one when he fought Floyd Mayweather. But that's all you was hearing is check hook. I'm like, wow, dude, really? You getting checked? Here come the Greek boy. Yeah, he'll say, yeah. He all modest right now, like he ain't bragging. I don't know. I don't know if I can trust his yeah. He said, yeah, I beat Contra Girl. I don't know. Let me see which one of my choppers. Okay, that's Derek Bailey. Okay, that's Derek Bailey chopped old Enema. I think that he's put his name is okay. So he stopped using Greek. His last name would come in here and get your name. I'll read that out. Just because you're a clown, come in here with the name Enema. Well, you got hidden just like an enema does. Dum dum. Come here, starting the trouble and stuff. Well, at least like right now we got at least Keith is gonna fight. You know what I mean? We got that coming up. At least we got Keith fighting. Bud just making noise. You know what? If it's true to where you got a lawsuit going on and you can't really make no kind of money moves, I think you need to just shut up. You know what I mean? I think you need to be quiet. That's just my opinion. If you need to be quiet, don't make no noise until your own stuff settles. Because you got to realize you got money going out. Ray Robinson here says salute at Eagles Web. I don't like your picture, Ray. Yeah, but if you're already caught up in legal battles, and it kind of makes sense to me. If you fight, it's not a good look, man. Because we never look back, we never stopped and look at it. Let's look at it for a second. Derek Bailey, Gil Coles, Ray Robinson, Lindy, we fit. Think about it, and people that's in here. If you're involved in a lawsuit, in a sport or whatever, or something that you do, say anything that you do. Say, for instance, you're in a lawsuit. Say say you have your own business. Okay, I don't care what kind of business. You might have a grocery business. Okay, so you got a grocery business. So you have a grocery business, and you got a lawsuit out with somebody that's in the industry, in the grocery industry. But at the same time, you're trying to get a contract with somebody else in the grocery industry. How successful is your contract going to be? See, we wasn't looking at it. When it came to Bud, and I said Bud is capable of making silly moves. I just never, business sense, I just never trusted him. Ray Robinson says, salute that Derek Bailey. He said he don't like my name either. All right, my picture. Oh, okay. Why are you in here? Derek Bailey, he said salute to Ray Robinson. Why are you in here, Ray Robinson? Say something bright. Say something to make me laugh. Do something to make me smile. I don't know. Is that what he said? What did he say? Y'all know what I'm talking about in Players Club. What did he say? Did he say do something to make me smile or make me happy? What did he say before when he was about to destroy the club? Or right before they destroyed the club. I've been watching. I got Carlito's Way. Trying to mess with that. I never could. I never got into the movie. I'm trying to, but I probably have to replay it again. Um, I'm in all these '90s right now. Like a lot of these '90s movies. I guess late '90s and early 2000s. I'm into those movies right now. A lot of those movies are fun. Some of the movies they got now, they're not that fun. But I think he says, "I'm gonna do something, make me happy." Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, yeah, do something, make me happy. Yeah, he wasn't playing. He wasn't playing in there. I always liked that gun. That's one of my favorite guns. I don't know why. It's too damn bulky to be carrying around. It's only good for short range, but I love that gun. Because it reminds me of all the gangster movies, the one when they used to have that one ratchet they used to use. It's different because the shells are bigger, automatic shot, but it's just like, it looks like you mean business, you know what I mean? I know, but I just can't. I know it's a good movie, but I'm saying I just couldn't. I could never really. I love him. I love Al Pacino, but I could never get into the movie. It's just. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it probably the way that you think I'm saying it. I'm saying I can't get into the movie because there's always something to. There's always something to pop up. Like right now, I was gonna get into the movie. Right, I said, okay, I got a few minutes, to finish it up and look at it, but then I got to do this. This is not in the way. But then somebody calls me, my trainee calls me up and wants to train, like after the show. And I was gonna spend a few minutes looking at the movie. So now I gotta put it on hold again. And if you put a movie on hold too long, it starts leaving your memory, and you forget where you left off at. And then plus, wherever you're watching it at, it forgets. It takes it away. It give you like 20. You get like so many hours before you can replay at right where you stopped. If you wait too long, then it's just gonna start it over. Like, nah, you got to start over. Because it's like the programming is letting you know, hey, you don't remember shit. You don't remember nothing. I got to start this all over. We got to start over. You know what I mean? But just going back and looking at just Charlo, Bud wants to fight Charlo. Bud wants to fight everybody. Ennis wants to fight everybody. I can see why Ennis probably won't get a shot as much. But I can have a big argument for him too, though. I can see that he can generate it. I mean, it's the whole thing. It's just the generation of money is what it is. I'm telling you what it is. And these fighters just can't seem to. They just can't seem to get the money. But Jake Paul can get money, but they seem like they can't. I don't get that one. Hey, but just speaking of movies and stuff though. But I'll tell you one that I like. The one that's crazier with Al Pacino is I like, and not no Godfather. No, the one that I like is Injustice for All. That was a good movie right there. That movie was crazy right there. Injustice for All. That was a good movie. Yeah. It kind of reminded me, some of the scenes and stuff kind of remind me of Thurgood. That was pretty decent too. That was a pretty decent movie. I don't know, man. It's like '90s had all the movies. I know they had movies before that, but they just had like stacks and stacks of movies, man. I think the reason they had so many movies is because the b-boy and all that, the hip hop and all that, b-boys and hip hop and all that, they were even doing movies. You know what I mean? So along with the mainstream movies, you had all the b-boys doing movies and hip hop joints. They was doing a lot of movies back then. Because you had Tupac was in movies and stuff like that. All the rappers were starting to get into movies and stuff. Boys in the Hood, all that. Just has so many movies to choose from. Friday, early in that. Boys in the Hood. It's just all these not non mainstream movies that came in, and so. Yep, Derek said that's an old movie. Yeah, that's an old movie, brother. That's a good movie though. Hey, I'll go back further than that. There's some good black and white movies you go back and look. You got to go back and look. I'll tell you one that you should own. It's probably gonna cost you. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's called Green Mountain or something like that. But it's one you should have about the Hebrews and stuff. But you go back and look at certain movies you got to have. Is it's like our history. It costs. It costs to learn, and that's what it is. It just costs a lot of money to learn the right way. You can always learn in school. You can always learn in school, but then they're gonna tell you to unlearn everything once you get to college. They're gonna tell you to more or less unlearn everything that you learn, because you got to always go into this whole critical thinking thing. You gotta be a critical thinker. If you can't be a critical thinker, then you're gonna be stuck on whatever education you got. Whatever education they gave you, you're gonna believe everything they told you. And that's why certain people stay at a certain level, because they didn't break into college. I didn't say you didn't even have to graduate. I don't care if you graduated or not. But you just, you got to get at least a few years, a few years in college, and then and take certain courses and stuff to start realizing, certain things. Got to realize, hey, wait a minute, something don't sound right. It's a real good movie, yeah. I think it's called, something like the Green Mountain or Green Valley, but you check it out. Let me see. I looked for it before. I wonder if I looked for it on this one. You know me, I'll go back and look. Oh yeah, that's another movie I went to go see. And that was right before 2000. As I just went and watched that. That just came on, and that was the Green Mile. I hated that movie. It was good to watch, but I still hated it. Yeah, it's something else. I'll figure out what it is, because it's a very important movie. It's just an important movie to watch. Yeah. You know me. Yeah, I always figure it out. Aha! I bet that's it. Yep, that's what it's called. It's called the Green Pastures. Y'all told you, man. I figure stuff up. No, green. It's called the Green Pastures. It's probably gonna cost you. Let me see if they got it on here. I just want to see how much. You guys order movies? How you guys get movies like that? You guys order them? No, it actually went down. Oh, it went way down. Amazon is only $10. Walmart is 10. Oldies is 11, 12. Yeah, it went way down. Oh no. If you get to so I don't know. Those might be knockoffs, even though it's Amazon, because I'm looking at one that says $60. Yeah. So I'm like, so that's a discrepancy right there. That's a if that's not a flag, you know what I mean? If that's not a flag to let you know that you about to get something that's what they call them, bootleg. If that's not a flag right there to let you know that you about to get something that's bootleg, I don't know what else could be. If you can spend $10 one place and 60 somewhere else, then If that's not letting you know that it's bootleg, then I don't know what else can tell you. That's bootleg. Yeah. So the Green Pastures, that's what it is. Yeah. So that's a good movie to have. That's a good pass down movie to pass down to your family. Besides my boxing favorites, do you guys remember the movie called The Champ with John Voight? That's old. That's old school. I think that's 80s or something like that. 80s, 90s. You guys remember that one? I know you guys remember all the Rocky movies. I don't even know all of them. I didn't see them. I didn't see. I don't think I watched Rocky past, or maybe not the whole movie, past 3. I think that was it. But that's a good one. The Champ, y'all got to see The Champ. Boxing fans, you guys have to see The Champ. You guys have to see. Salute to D-Lo out there. Yeah, I went and checked out D-Lo. D-Lo had his video. Yeah, but D-Lo, good points today. When I went to go check him out, real good points. Everybody always talking about money and stuff. Stupid. Okay, I see. He said he got that thumbs up. He put that 100 on it. That's right, brother. Yeah. So and with Terrence Crawford, and I don't know D-Lo, if you can write, what's your take before I'm gonna finish? I'm trying to give this movie list. But for D-Lo, this is for D-Lo. Y'all can answer it too, though. So what's your take? Because I was talking about this whole he and this and that, all this crap about who's supposed to be fighting who. But what's your take on Terrence Crawford having a lawsuit right now that he's going through something with boxing, and at the same time trying to sign a big contract. At the same time he's have got a lawsuit in with a promoter. Isn't that kind of counterintuitive or something? I'm just saying that you can't do that with no other business. You can't be suing somebody at the same time trying to negotiate with somebody else. It's a shyster move or something. I don't know. I don't get it. But I think a lot of people wasn't looking at it like that. They're not looking at it like that. Oh, Bud gonna fight him. He gonna do this. But you need to get your money problem straight first. That's if you ask me. If you ask me, yeah, get your money stuff straight first. Don't act like you want to do this. You gonna fight him, or you gonna do this, or you gonna do that. You ain't doing shit until you get your situation straight. For me, that's what I'm saying. Maybe D-Lo got another take on it, but I'm just saying. So, what I said. Okay, so Rocky movies, y'all. That's already a given. Go back and watch. You got to watch the Sugar Ray story, whatever. The Jake LaMotta. Raising Bull, you got to get that. If you're gonna have boxing movies, maybe The Great White Hope. That's going way back. That's before anybody. Ain't none of us that old. So it'd be nice if you was that old right now. Hey, I seen Jack Johnson when he knocked out such and such. And then one of my choices always Dickstown. Yeah, Dickstown. There's probably some that I'm Ali. Champions Forever is a good video to have. That's a good DVD to have if you can find Champions Forever. I think it's George Foreman, Muhammad Ali, Ken Norton, and Larry Holmes. That's good to add to your repertoire and stuff like that, and get some questions answered and stuff like that, because you're listening to all the champs. They all talking on that one. That's a good one to have. There's always others, but yeah, that's some of the good ones. But y'all can think of some. Oh yeah, that's probably I understand that too, Derek. That's probably one of my favorite ones too. When it came to Rocky, that's probably my favorite one too. Yeah. Why is your favorite? Because the beatdown. It's like, I'm gonna tell you the truth though, is that a lot of people, when they seen that was a good movie. It was like, it's probably their favorite, but at the same time, what it was disappointing too, though. If anybody knows why that was disappointing, let me know. But Rocky 3 was a great movie, but at the same time, it was disappointing at the same time. And it has nothing to do with Mickey. Yeah, that might have been disappointing, but it didn't have nothing to do with Mickey. Just remember that. That's my point. I just want to see if anybody got the same point that I have out of that movie, why it was disappointing. That was, I'm going to put it this way. That movie, number 3 start turning stuff into unbelievable. You know what I mean? I think that should be a good enough clue for y'all to understand what I'm saying. This things start becoming unbelievable in that movie. Hold on just a second. Okay, yeah. Fred Williamson, yeah, the hammer, hammer, yep. That's old school. What's that? Early '80s, '70s. We had some, cause the first LaMotta didn't come. LaMotta came out like early. When LaMotta came out in the '60s, '70s. I'm trying to think back. So, and then they have a movie. So you can look for stuff because they have a. I think Joe Louis. They have a movie about Joe Louis. Okay, of course, Jack, the Great White Hope. We got Jack Johnson. Sugar Ray Robinson probably got a couple of movies. Ali got a couple of movies. Ali has a few movies. You guys might not have seen all of them. I got one of them that's stuck on Showtime that they won't even they won't even go back. I'm just because I don't know. It's him. I don't know if you guys seen this one, but he's actually talking somebody out of committing suicide. So that one, like I said, a good video to just have is like Champions Forever. Make sure you get that, just so you can listen to the guys, because we only got one of them left. Two of them. That's Larry Holmes and George Foreman. The only two that's left. Because Kid Norton and Ali and Frazier gone. But now it's a good point to have that movie, to bring that movie up, because see, you got 5 champions, and we trying to do all these comparisons with these champions now, and that's why I got the title that I have right now. Is who's fighting though? Who's boxing and why? Where you at? You got Potts calling Kettles black and stuff like that. I'm gonna get to you, D-Lo. You got Potts calling Kettles black. Canelo got the nerve to he's trying to cap on somebody. How you capping? What your pick and choose? The suspect shit that you do? Don't say nothing. You can't say nothing about Ryan Garcia. But this is what kills me, if it's true. There's another question for y'all. Why did Ryan Garcia turn down a fight with Tevin Farmer? That's an exhibition fighter. Are you serious? Is he just too slick for him? I might not be able to hit him. I'm going to get beat up. You ain't going to get hurt, though. I got a bunch of questions, huh? But what killed is just the reason that fight. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give y'all a couple of more seconds. Yeah, the one with De Niro. There you go. I'm going to give y'all a few more seconds, though. Or a minute or so. Because I'm going to read D-Lo stuff. I'm going to read a little bit of stuff. And I'm going to ask you, why was Rocky 3 why was it gratifying and at the same time like a huge disappointment? Now, I'm going to give you one more clue. It was disappointing because of the audience. It was satisfying for one audience. It was disappointing for another audience. I'll just put it that way. Yeah, I don't want to do. So that's not really vague, and it's not cold talk. Yeah. D-Lo 404 said corporations sue other corporations daily while entering into agreements with other corporations simultaneously is commonplace, but I see the concern. Yeah, and that's a good point. And like I said, that's why I wanted you to say something. So D-Lo, you make a lot of sense there. But at the same time, just think if you were small business, because this is corporation, okay? Terrence Carper, you might as well call him. You can call him corporation, but in the corporate world, he's small peanuts, right? Because you're looking at Amazon. Amazon made what? If you put them side by side in 2001, Walmart made $200 billion. Amazon made like about $2 billion. And like I said, Walmart made like $200 billion. And Amazon made like about $2 billion. Fast forward to 2021, Walmart made like about $250 billion or something like that, whereas Amazon made $1.2 trillion. Those are big. Those are real deals. Okay, those are business transactions. Now you take a big corporation that's in a lawsuit with another corporation. I understand D-Lo, he's perfectly fine with his assessment, which is good. because I didn't want him to have the same assessment as me. I wanted to see another side. But when you got smaller businesses, a lot of times when they saying, a lot of times because the conversation is sometimes greater in a, if you understand what I'm saying, sometimes the conversation is greater in a smaller business and venture than the paperwork itself. Just people knowing what you're doing is like, wait a minute, you suing them? And come on, man, what? You're making yourself look like, even though they know it has nothing to do with them, the corporation you about to go in business with, even though they know it has nothing to do with them, it's still kind of it's a freckle. I'm sorry. I don't want to say it like, I'm not giving Bud any excuses, but I'm just saying, it's like, get your stuff straight, man. Yeah. But D'Lo said no jabs. No. I'm going to tell you what it was. So what it was, okay, there he got something right there. He said, yes, Stallone wanted Ernie Shavers to play Clubber Lang. Oh, yeah, he got in the ring with him and got KO'd. Okay, what was he thinking? He went in there against, another good point Derek Brady brought up, because Ernie Shavers, they said he hit, like, when he hit you, it felt like your whole body just split in half when he hit you. Like he just cracked something. Like, you imagine somebody cracking you, but you still awake, but you know that your body, why is you talking to your body, like, why didn't you go out? Saying, you should have went out. I don't know why I'm still standing. I feel like I'm two people right now. He knocked the ghost out you, and your ghost be like holding on to you, like in back of you, like holding on to you, while your soul is still trying to, throw punches. One of the most skillful boxing. That's a good point that Derek made. But I'm gonna tell you what it is. So what it is that because of Mr. T wasn't no joke either. Don't think he won the competition. That's how he ended up getting in the movies in the first place. He won the bouncers competition. He just went in there and blew the competition away. And if you go back, maybe you can look at him. That's before he had the haircut and all that, But before he had what he calls the Mandinka haircut. No, but that's the key point though. Is Clubber Lang. Is nobody can get over the fact that is they more or less knew he was gonna get smashed down. But the punishment that he was able to take, like the second fight, how all of a sudden, because in here we kind of talk about this. We talk about the BCD and all that, brother. You know how we talked about the BCD. And your BCD don't just get better. They didn't show him doing anything that I would think that would make your BCD any better. I'm gonna show you. The way that I feel that you should work on BCD in the first place is you have the training strap or something like that. You have to have something hanging out of on your chin to where you're biting, your down force is biting, right? You have to have that, or either something in your mouth, something like not a baseball, but something you can barely chew. You got to have that in your mouth. Then you got to be doing your neck exercises, back and forth. You got to be doing that, and side to side. You have to be able to do those. But those are not as important. People always worry about the neck. They say the neck and shock absorption. No, we already found out that is from the temporal lobe. I went and seen Bruce Gold. So I went to Bruce Gold's, and I looked back at one of his videos talking about the Foreman Lyles fight. And see, even Foreman back there, when he even had cushion with the hair, he didn't have that thick temporal lobe. That's what you got to work on. And so he did take a shot in the back of the head. Foreman did. It was one of, and most people that fought Foreman, you wouldn't land punches in the back of his head on the temple. You couldn't land punches behind the ear. You couldn't, because of his arms, and he would always push you off. If he couldn't throw punches, he would always push you off. But the believability, now going back to, I know I'm kind of going back and forth, but the believability of Clubber Lang losing I had cousins and stuff. Everybody went crazy. It's like, no, man, there ain't no way he could have whooped him, man. No, hell no. Everybody was disappointed. Now, if they would have made it to where he got trained into, because he was getting trained by Apollo Creed, right? At one point, he helped him out. Now, I could see if he really changed his complete style and just wasn't getting hit and he decisioned them. Now, I could have lived with that better. It would have made it, the fantasy wouldn't have been, so fantastic. But the way that he won, because everybody's like, no, he a killer. I mean, even his own trainer was saying, man, he'll kill you. He was letting them know. It had nothing to do with the confidence because his trainer knew that he could take a beat down and come back. But when it came to Clubber Lane, he was like, no, you're going to get your ass whooped. You know, he was scared of him. Anytime your corner is that concerned, you know, the audience was concerned. But that, yeah, I mean, still lives down. I mean, we can look at it as being our favorite Rocky at the same time we look at it. Nah, that's bullshit. I know you, because I know you, even if you love it, you still thinking, no, that was still bullshit, though, man. Ain't no way he would have won. Ain't no way he beat Clubber like that, man. F that. Everybody mad. Yeah, Derek Bay said movie making went to Stallone's head. He said, so he didn't know anything about boxing. I said I would have had said to let Ernie move around and see what you got. That's it. Ernie shouldn't have just came out and smashed him or whatever. He should have smashed him on the movie when they was in between. So Rocky would have really been like, whoa, how you gonna come back from that? Yeah. Bridges. Yeah, I was on that live with Bruce Goes. Good show. Oh, yeah, Bruce. Oh, you was on live with him? Okay, yeah. I don't know what I was doing. Yeah, but still wasn't slick enough, man. If you look at it, he wasn't slick enough, though, man, because he was taking punishment, remember? Because you remember the trainer. Remember, what you call his trainer? Apollo Creed's trainer was like, his eyes was all big, get out of there. He said, and then finally Mickey, not Mickey, but what's the brother-in-law's name? He stepped up. Oh yeah, he's wearing the model, whatever. You know, he's not, you know, that he's taking the punishment, but he's absorbing it. Remember? He was taking the punishment and absorbing it. That boxing wasn't working for him though. But if they would have started the thing off like that, and then, like, say for instance, he was boxing good, and then the first fight he got clipped and lost, and then the second time he came back and boxed even better, you know what I mean? It would have, for me, it would have been more digestible. But the way they had it, brother, it was just, nah. Yeah. Derek Bay said, no coming back from a beat down. Yeah, that's true. He wasn't beating Clubber. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the whole thing about that, brother, is to see, and here we always talk about somebody who got their chin checked. You know what I mean? It's like, so you got your chin is looking like right now, Khan. I'm sorry, Amir Khan, we got to bring you up. So Amir Khan versus somebody like Charlo or something like that. How long do you think he's gonna last, or how long is that chin gonna hold up? Is this chin? And even when he fights now, he got a fight coming up. What, 29th? So, or whatever it is, 20 something, 22nd. But even when we look at this fight, are we banking? Is anybody banking on anybody's chin when it comes to Brook versus Khan? Are anybody putting anything in the bank like, oh yeah, he got a better chin? Are we even discussing chins? Because one of them, I'm not saying he has a real bad chin, but he got all up in here, the orbital, around the orbation, up in here is like suspect. Both of them suspect. Suspect here and suspect here. So whoever attacks one of these areas first is probably going to come out the winner. Don't worry, we're going to get back to the who's fighting or whatever. But D-Lo, good points. I'm glad D-Lo came in. So, you know, good points on that, you know, to bring up, you know, that corporation, they still do deals. But it could be a distraction. That's all I'm saying. It could be a distraction. But stop calling out everybody. Just fight. Shit. I'm tired of Bud just fighting who we don't care about him fighting, instead of trying to get some negotiations made. And I thought he was supposed to be with the PBC by now. What the hell? It's just too many stories, man. That's why I can't do, like, some of these shows can do hours on bullshit, like lies, or no, I'm not gonna say lies, but rumors. You can do 2 hours or 3 hours on a rumor and it don't even be true. Like, even I let you guys listen to AJ. I let y'all listen to AJ said that the 20 million, the whatever it is, 20 million pounds or 15 million pounds, whatever it is, that wasn't true. But now people are still reporting that he's taking step aside. I'm like, stop it. I have to go by what he says at least. Yeah, Creed had him on his toes, Eagle. Yeah. Yeah, Rocky. No, Rocky flat-footed. Yeah, he had him on his toes. Oh yeah, Polly said. Yeah, Polly said he was getting mad. There you go. I was trying to think of what Polly said. I know he said he's getting mad. Yeah, say he's getting mad. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Derek said you're not supposed to think when watching the movie Eagle. He said Rocky should have. He said he shouldn't have been champ that long. No, it's too many people that should have beat the brakes off him because you got to realize that even in that time. Now, okay, so the fictitious character. So he brings up. Um, he wants a fighter, right? He scratches that idea. But this just go back. Let's just think. So history turned out the way that it turned out. But if we look at it, it didn't have to turn out like that. Let's say that Shavers never cracked him, like never hit him. Then he might have got brave and said, "Okay, well these professional fighters ain't that tough, or whatever. I beat him in the movies." Then he might have called out somebody else. He might have called out somebody like a Frazier. Nah, he was he can't call out a Frazier, but he might have called out like a Foreman or even a Norton or somebody else. He might have called them out. And then what Rocky 4 and 5? What it would have looked like then? Hmm? We'd have had different movies. But sometimes things are meant to come out just the way that they came out. That movie, like I said, for me, is a great movie. At the same time, it was a disappointment. It was a disappointment because the thing is, we didn't know the storyline. You know what I mean? We don't know the storyline. When you talk about real boxing movies, we know the storyline. All right. Sometimes when it's fantasy, we still know. Like, I mean, just like when it came to Dickstown, we knew that that the professional fighter had to come out ahead somehow. There's something had to happen. So we wasn't disappointed. I mean, I'm not saying there wasn't no disappointments in the movie. There was disappointments in the movie. There was a lot of tragedies in the movie, but we still look at it like, hey, we still got a W out of that movie. It had some fun parts in that movie. It had some stupid stuff in that movie. It had some fun parts in that movie and stuff. Yeah. Derek said you ain't supposed to think. I don't think that Bud was signed with PBC. Yeah, it's like too late, man. I don't know what's going on, brother. Everything he does to me, Derek, when it comes to anything that I'm telling you, man, I've been saying this for a long time. Y'all know I have. Anything that Bud does when it comes to contractual stuff and all that, I'm just scared. I don't trust him. I don't trust Bud with a pen. I trust Bud with gloves. I don't trust him with a pen or decisions. Money decisions and pens, I don't trust him. I'm sorry. And I don't know if it's because of that small town that I'm thinking small town just don't know. I just don't know what it is. It's just something with me. This just don't feel like he. Because even when he talk about finance, it don't seem like he understands. I don't get it. I trust Haney more when it comes to when it comes to penmanship. Shakur Stevenson, they youngsters. I trust them more. I trust like Tank Davis. There's certain people I trust when it comes to that penmanship, and some I don't trust. I don't trust you. Yeah, Derek Baker said you right. A lot of people think they can box until they find out they can't. Yeah, they think they can until they get out there and realize, oh, I can't fight. I can't box. Yeah, there's a lot of things to boxing. You just don't get out there and just I'm boxing. This is what I do, son. No, that's you can't go out there and get your ass knocked out, and that'll be what you do. So I get knocked out. That's what I do. Yeah, that's what you do. You go and you get knocked the hell out. Is what you do. Yeah. Hold on just a second. Go out there and get battered. Like how'd I get battered? I don't know. Probably got battered because you was running your face. You was running your mouth, and that's how you went out there and got battered. Should have shut it up. If you would have shut up, you would have been cool. But nah, you run your mouth, went out there and got battered up. It's cool when you train or you just like relax. For me, I'm at the point where I just try to stay relaxed, Derek, when it comes to any kind of battles, because I shouldn't be getting into fights in the first place. I'm like, I'm too old to be fighting and going to jail and all that shit. I'm tired. It's just like the people just can't keep their mouth or their hands to themselves or their mouth to themselves. So the brother that wanted me to, um, that wanted me to go around the corner with him, he ended up coming back, and he got some stuff from me. He actually like bought some stuff from me, and he said he wasn't gonna f with me. He was all real mad and stuff. He came to his senses and stuff. He came back and seen me. Didn't even mention nothing about it like a man. I mean, a man's gonna do it one way or another. A man's either gonna mention something about it and apologize, or they just ain't gonna say nothing. Because men have different ways to apologize than females do. A man might just do like this. Like if I seen Derek Bailey and me and Derek Bailey had beef, I might go like this to Derek Bailey, and Derek know what that means. Like that means we cool. If I do like this to Derek Bailey or somebody, if we had some kind of beef going, we didn't cook it evidently, but we just had beef, and I just did like that. He'll be all right. If I did like that, he knows what that means. Females don't do that. Females they got to give you the stare down, because one thing about females, I'm sorry females, all you queens out there, I don't mean this to hurt feelings and stuff, but when you girls take stuff and you sleep on it, then it just eats away and just like turns into some kind of poisonous shit. Guys just leave whatever level it was at. That's the same level we've seen it at. Every once in a while you get a bragger dude. Somebody's just gonna brag. Yeah, I was gonna fuck him up. I was gonna do that. You get that, but a lot of times when they know it's squashable, they just go ahead and squash it. Man, I just do them like that. Just squash up or fist pound him up, and I just come over. I say, "Oh, Derek's my bad, man. It was on some dumb shit." And then he might not even let me say it was my bad. He said, "No." He might say we both, or he said me too. He might say me too, man. I was tripping. Then we was both tripping, man. We good though. And then we just hug it out or whatever, like that. Fist pound it out, hug it out or something, man. Do something, or we just see each other, because we know we boys anyway. I might see him at a fast food or something like that. I go get his food for him. That's apology. I just go get his food. So what you eating, man? What you need? I got it, man. Don't worry about it. Said, no, I got it. We both be arguing about who got it, because we happy that we talking again. The girls might have to scream at each other and fight it out before it ain't no problem no more. No, ain't no problems. Yeah. Yeah. You said, Bud, Derek, you say, Derek, get off his side. I want to see Haney and Combosis. Yeah. That's what we talking about today. That's what we talking about. Who fighting now? What y'all doing? Lopez and Ryan Garcia. And shit, we got. And then we got which call fighting? The one that Tank beat up. He back in there. He back in there already. And we got some of you fighters don't want, and this is another little rumor that's going on too. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not gonna spend hours on it. Another one is Tank Davis fighting Loma. They want the Loma fight. We need Loma now. Loma talked enough shit. He think he's looking good. We need him. They should already fought him, but I don't think Loma really gonna want it. He might. He act like he about that action though. Yeah. Yeah. I want to see the Combosis fight too. Get your ass in there. He said, "Yeah, Bud, it's fine." He said, "What he is doing, he's his own person. That's it." But sometimes being your own person, you gotta look at that. You're not a person when you're the corporation. You're the corporation, so you got it. Okay, well, I'm gonna stay out of it, Derek. I just bring up points, brother. I'm just bringing up points. Don't jump on me. Derek said, "No more yokes, Eagle." You stupid, Derek. Derek said, "No more yoke days. Yoke season. Watch out." That's Ray about to watch out. Y'all never see the watch out. Y'all gotta watch the super uppercut. Y'all gotta watch there's two uppercuts. You got the bus driver uppercut, and then you got the watch out uppercut. The watch out is kind of short, but it's to the point. Watch out. The watch out. That's his way of, Derek said that's his way of apologizing. I will buy something from him. Right. That's what I'm saying. See, yep. Derek said they still negotiating. Tank has Raleigh problems. Yeah, Tank had Raleigh problems. Just go on and beat Raleigh up. Just don't be getting caught all stupid. He can't afford to get caught by Raleigh like he getting caught by everybody else though. But I think Raleigh's just too slow. I mean, as far as like telegraphing punches and stuff like that. But we're gonna see how that go. But Tank. That's what I'm saying. The whole conversation. Everybody want everybody. Oh, I want this. I want this smoke. Well, yeah, y'all don't want shit. When y'all want fights, me and Derek Bailey will know. If y'all want fights, we gonna see it. Like, okay, I see it. Yeah, he want that action. But if you don't want the action, we gonna see that too. If you want the action, guess what? We right here, brother. If you don't want the action, guess what? We still right here. We looking at you like you don't want that. Nah, brother, you don't want that. You got somebody telling you don't want. Nah, you don't want that, man. Yeah, I don't want that. You're like, oh, maybe I don't. Okay. Maybe I don't want it. Yeah, no, you don't want it. But that's what we talking about is who wants what and why. Why? Who wants to fight who and why aren't we getting the fights, man? Why we gotta wait? Why are we waiting last minute to get fights? All these UK fighters are just fighting. Eubanks, Smith, you got all these UK fighters, man. Sometimes I'll read and it'd be a whole card, nothing but UK fighters. Argentine fighters fighting. We now the youngsters is fighting. Now we have Martinez to fight. That's lost. He lost. American fighter Melendez, he got the W. We got Brian got the W. Brian and Gildry fought. You got McGowan fought. UK fight. Another Russell Jr. At least he got out there and fight. But you ones at the top, you guys ain't fighting. Castro fought. Barrios fought. Thurman. It's coming up. We got all this stuff coming up. So now we got a couple of American fighters. So we're gonna talk about Thurman and all that, but it's like, well, at least he's finally back out there. I don't know how he's gonna do. I'm thinking win, but I don't know. I don't know by Wednesday. Probably got to go back and look. I gotta look, man. He might just be too much of a mouthpiece right now. He might get handed up. Looking at what Tank did. Tank has heavier hands than you got. I think Tank, because of his size, he's compact. I think he got heavier hands than Keith when it comes to one punch. When it comes to one punch, Keith might have the harder punches, like overall, but I think Tank got the one hitter quitter shots that Keith don't have. Oh, that's what it is. So Leo Santa Cruz is coming up. That's what I was gonna mention. Yeah. So Leo Santa Cruz is coming up, and I think Clarissa's fighting too, right? Yeah. And she's fighting with Eubanks. Eubanks versus Williams. We're going with Eubanks, going with Shield, and I'm going with Valine. Valine is my guy, man. I don't care if people don't like him or not. Valine, that's my guy. Because it was way under expected of what he did, and I think he still beat up Tyson Fury. He still whooped him. He beat him up. Had him bleeding all over the place. Beat him up. Tyson Fury didn't know what to do. Tyson Fury knows how to come back from like a knockdown, but he don't know how to come back when you bust him all up. He had problems when you bust him up too bad. He don't know what to do. He be holding and everything else. Yeah. Look at Derek. Yeah, but yeah. Okay, so Derek says that he said Bud. I noticed Bud never say he wants 10 or 20 million per fight. He's content. I really don't know. When it comes to their money, I don't know how they're negotiating, but evidently something's happening. Ain't nobody scared of Bud. So I don't know why Bud ain't getting them fights. Just fight Ennis then. You want a big payday, fight Ennis. Shit, fight somebody. Fight Ennis. You want to fight the best. Your mouthpiece was saying that you want to fight the best in your division, then fight him. Fight Thurman. Fight somebody. Somebody fight, please. Somebody fight, please. Can we get a fight? That's all I'm saying. And he might be content. Yeah. Okay, Derek said somebody made a video of Floyd training Tank and Raleigh side by side on the mitts. He said Tank gonna F that boy up. But I don't know. We be sitting there rooting for Tank, and then your Tank will be down. I'll be laughing. I'm like, oh, look at Tank. Tank be like Mike Tyson was when Tyson got knocked out by Buster Douglas, crawling around on the ground trying to pick up the mouthpiece. I don't know, man. Boxing is one of those games where you don't play boxing. I don't know. Your boy fought Eagle. Uh, he did the slow motion Ali shuffle. You say Derek stupid. Derek said he said he did the slow motion Ali shuffle. He said Josh Taylor has a fight coming up. Yeah. Yeah, Caressa fighting too. Yeah. I think she on the same card with Chris Eubanks Jr. Yeah, but we'll talk about that more though. Yeah, of course I'm going with the GWOAT, the so-called GWOAT, or what I don't even like the term really. I don't even like the greatest of all time. I like the greatest of all time, but I don't like anybody breaking it down into an anonym like GWOAT. I don't like that. I just don't like the GOAT, man. I'm sorry. I don't like Rams. I don't like the GOAT. The GOAT. A Ram is cool, but not a GOAT. I don't like the GOAT. I don't like GOAT. I got reasons. I don't need to share it. Yeah. Derek Bay said, yeah, Boots wants that smoke. Remember Bird turned down a Keith fight already? Yeah. Yeah, he didn't want Keith. I don't want Keith. Yeah, Bud is picking and choosing at the same time. People is acting like, I'm sorry, I put it out there. It looked like to me, I'm not saying he is for sure, but it can appear like Bud is picking and choosing if you think about it. It ain't like he couldn't have got a bigger fight. It's not like he couldn't have got Boots. Boots won all the smoke, and Boots is starting to elevate on my list higher. He's starting to elevate. I'll try to give all these fighters respect. So I'm gonna put Boots up. If Keith don't look good, then Boots gets number 3. If Keith don't look good. If Keith looks spectacular, I still might give Boots 3. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give just off of Keith's mouthpiece alone, I'm gonna give Boots number 3 right now anyway, because Keith act like he don't know who Boots is. That cap. So I'm gonna put Boots at 3, but interchangeable. 1, 2, or 3. You can put 1, 2, or 3 anywhere. Boots can be number 1 or number 2 or number 3. I'm just gonna jump him up myself because he seemed like he about that action. And plus, he sound like my nephew too, though. So I'm flashback. I'm like, shit, my nephew. That should be my nephew. My nephew should be out there throwing them things because he was great in basketball and everything. You know, he athletic. Yeah, he get along with me. Yeah, because we both athletes. So shit. It's horrible, Derek, when you don't pass on certain stuff. We gotta talk, man. I can't talk to you about it here, man. We'll talk about it later. I gotta talk to you about some stuff, man. Let me see. I'll send it to you. We'll talk this week. I'll try my best. We're gonna talk this week somehow. It's like just sad. Some of the stuff that goes on, man. And that whole man, it's a lot of foolery going on over here in the States, man. It's just a whole lot of foolery. I'm just put it to you like this, man. The whole skin color thing. I know I look white, don't I? That's the light, man. I hate that light, y'all. Let me see. Can y'all see it? Damn, I ain't that light, y'all. Damn. Because usually the summer don't get to me until like late in the summer. Damn. Huh? I'm a little bit on the white side though, brother. But believe me, I'm still not that light though. It looks like I am, but I'm not. Does my face look darker? No, not with the lights. The lights make me look like shit. I'm ghostly. But I'm gonna tell you, man, that the whole thing with the color, the skin color, that whole concept is just way off. That whole concept is just way off, brother. It's way off the way that they're saying. It's way off because the evidence, it would have been a lot more evidence, especially when they talk about how the interaction between, I know somebody get turned off and get mad. Don't talk about that. The interaction between slave master and slaves and stuff like that. That concept is just way off. It's way off because if you look at people, if you look at the copper colored people that live here, they copper colored. That's what they are. They're not Oh wow, here we go. Here we go. Hey, put up a one if y'all can hear me, man. It looked like I got cut off. Yeah. Put up a one if y'all can hear me so I can keep going. Let me see. Because I don't want to talk to y'all if it's not looking. I lost my stream again. Here we go. I don't know. It's just kind of suspicious the way I lose my stream sometimes. All right, brother. At least Derek back in here. Yeah, a lot of people be leaving and stuff. Yeah, Derek said I was on another channel and a guy on there said that Al Ali lineage. Yep. It doesn't take long for any of us to, to just disappear. Far as if you look at us, like if you looked at all my history, you would see a rainbow all the way through. But it's like it's diverse from dark brown to light brown. But it's diverse, and sometimes even like lighter. I'm considered dark, but because of the sun, no sun and stuff right now. But if you look at it, now even in my family, has flipped completely over. And I'm not that type of person because I deal with everybody, but it's in my stomach. I'm telling you, it killed my stomach, to be honest. Killed my stomach. It's just like, and I'm gonna tell you why. Maybe we shouldn't have this discussion, but I'm gonna tell you why. Because if I look at this rainbow picture of different shades of brown, and then if I realize that that's gonna disappear, for me it feels like there's an emptiness right there. That's some kind of an emptiness. Like, where's our brown? Because anything can happen once you're not brown anymore. Anything can happen. So if you're not brown, it doesn't mean you can't get the brown back. But if you're not brown, that means that after that, it might be even less. And after that, it might be even less and less and less. So when you get further down in the future, well, we call it future because of age or whatever, we call it future. If they look back and said, no, I can't believe I came from that. Nobody should ever say that did they come from that. Nobody should ever be able to say, oh, did I come from that? You shouldn't, because the way I felt is I'm comfortable with the picture because I'm looking around. Okay, it's my mom. I'm looking at my aunt. I'm looking at everybody. Okay, I said, but we still fitting. And see, when we grew up, people always thought when they seen somebody, you got, and I'm sorry, I got to bring this up. This is my personal feeling. I just have to bring it up anyway. Oh, you got white in your family. I'm like, no. Oh, at one point we thought, oh yeah, dad's white. No. That's the way native people have different colored people. Native people, like the originating people of these different lands, have different colored people. So I can see how a process doesn't even take that long. So a lot of people think that like certain hair is inferior or greater than, and I don't think that all the way down to your scalp wool, or whatever you might want to call that, I don't think that that's genetically superior. I don't. I think that a point where we had, like wave and in between wavy and curly, something like that, or straight, because we got all the different kinds of hair in the family, and it wasn't about just genetically, just hair in the family. It's about everything. Yeah, I remember my little girl. She had hair to touch the floor. Yeah, my great grandmother had hair like that. It touched the floor. So it's not even about that. But people always try to make it about like a certain thing, a certain aspect. But I'll tell you one thing that does hurt though. The one thing that does hurt is when you lose that rainbow. Like I said, you lose that whole brown rainbow. You lose that, then for me, that's what hurt. That hurts if you lose the brown rainbow. And people, oh, the color don't matter. Yeah, but it feels better. It feels better to have to have the diversity for me, because I feel that's what makes Native people special. And I'm not talking about Native American, just Native anywhere. That's what makes you special is when you have when you have a diversity. Oh, that's your little color. That's your, okay, all right. And it also gives suitors a better choice. Oh shit, I like your daughter. I like that daughter. I like this daughter. Okay, this daughter nice and brown. She's more brown. This one lighter. This one is, what they call jet black or whatever. Hey, you got a better. You feel? I'm saying, I'm sorry I brought that up. I'm not sorry because I have to bring stuff up sometimes because this is grown folks chat also. It's not just boxing. So sometimes we got to throw subjects in before we get another forum. We got to throw stuff up that we need to. Yeah, I'm smelling my tobacco. I always do. Tell you a story. When I was a little kid, back in the day, everybody used to keep everything like all the old trucks. So I'm thinking this guy had like an old, I think it was a Chevrolet or something like that. It might have been Chevy Dodge, like an old truck, maybe in the maybe 50s or something like that. Probably 50s. I'm gonna say 50s. Might have been older than that. But yeah, we used to always love to ride in the back of that truck. We used to love that truck, man. But I grew to know him, and I used to like to even go to it. Like every once in a while, we'd go over to his house and stuff like that. And he'd drive us back. We'd be sitting in the back of the truck. He was just like too much of a gentleman. You know what I mean? And that's how I was raised. Even though I was raised like street and stuff like that. But it was like he was always a gentleman, man. He always was, especially to the ladies. He always said hello to ladies a certain way. He used to call them sugar doll. He said, "How you doing, sugar doll?" Like that. He just talked to him like that. Had that old school language and stuff. And the reason I like this is because it's not good for you, like the smoke. But I used to love being in this house because he used to smoke a pipe. And when he smoked that pipe had like a sweet smell. I was like, man, he's burning out this. It didn't smell like cigarettes. It didn't choke you or nothing like that. I used to like, because he wouldn't always light his pipe in front of nobody. But if it's at his house or he's in his truck, he'll light his pipe up. And I used to like that pipe, man. Not a crack pipe. I'm talking about tobacco. But I used to like the way that smelled. I'm like, man, that smells good, man. And that kind of influenced me a little bit. It makes you think back. You start thinking about peace pipes. So a pipe used to be one of my favorite things. A lot of people don't smoke pipes now. People smoke cigars and cigarettes mostly, but there's not a whole lot of pipe smokers. And it's not good for you. I can't. You couldn't pay me $1 million to smoke anything. I'll smell it. I'll do this. But you couldn't pay me $1 million. You couldn't pay me. There's no amount of money that you could try to pay me for me to smoke. Even if I was on the street, I wouldn't, because you guys already know that story about me. I won't smoke. But yeah, he was just too much of a gentleman even back then. But when you start putting all these people together, the characters and just the people that you're around, you have a different picture. A lot of people didn't grow up like that. You didn't get that same picture. Now it's like what they called it, I think in the 80s or 90s, they called it a melting pot. But now that's what it is. It's like a melting pot. And you're a melting pot, you don't know what the hell is going to come out of a melting pot when you start throwing stuff together. But that's happening in my family. Well, I can look at somebody in my family. I'll just look at them and I'm shaking my head like, I'm being honest. I'm just being honest. And if somebody tune in and they get mad, then you just get mad, whatever. We'll work it out. I'm not saying we can't work it out, but I'm shaking my head like this, Derek. I'm like, nah. I'm like, how in the hell is that my family? I'm like, I don't know how that's my family. I just don't know. I'm like, I'm looking at, because one thing I look at and one thing I take proud of, that I got a lot of, not pride like you think pride, but I'm proud of, is my heritage nose that was on my mother's side and my dad's side. It's kind of crazy because my mom and dad had the same shaped nose. And so we got this nose. I got this big ass nose. It ain't all bulbous. It ain't all pimpled up and bulbous, but it's clean. It's a nice nose, but it's big. I got this big ass nose. I love my nostrils. Cause we breathers in the first place. You're supposed to be able to breathe. I need to have nostrils. I don't like people who got them little tiny little nostrils, man. Please. They too easy to clog up. They too easy to clog up. They couldn't walk through no locusts with them. I can just with these nostrils, I can expel them locusts. Get out of there, shoot them out. Them little bitty nose, you're just clogged up. You breathing through your mouth before, and you get choked out. Yeah, but I'm proud when, and that's I look for that. My cousins look for it. Everybody looks for it. That's crazy. They great grandmother, grandpa, everybody has the nose has been passed on from generation to generation, and all of a sudden it just disappeared. It's square or pointed. It's like you start looking at them like, what? Who? Where? Huh? Where are you from? How you destroy one of the strongest genetic traits in the family? That's like once you destroy all that, it's it. Now, because it's not always going to be the color. It's going to be like when you start losing all the traits. Like we got the nose. We got the eyes. We got certain eyes. We got the nose. Some of us got lips and some of us don't. I don't know how I got lips. My mom didn't have lips and my dad didn't have lips, but I ended up with lips. I love that I got them too. But that's just a point. Not to make anybody upset. Yeah. Yeah, Derek said, yeah, you don't see many people smoke pipes. They still there. Derek put the big yep out there. Yup. Yeah. We in those hot climates, yeah. Yeah, hot. And see, that's another thing, Derek. See, I thought about that today. I'm glad you brought that up, brother. We talked about that. But who's fighting? That's the subject. Who's fighting and do we care or what? Are we going to get some fights done? That's the subject today. But right now, me and Derek Bailey, we off top. But that's my brother. We can be off top. If you don't like it, yeah, you just don't like it. But I'm not in no way am I racist. I'm not against anything but evil. Now, if you evil and you my color, I don't like you. You just some evil bastard. This my color. That's all it is to it. It's simple as that. But I thought about that earlier today, man. It's kind of funny that you brought that up. But I was saying, you know what? The Creator knew where to put us. And he put us in a place like America. You got to think about it. He put us in a place where we can handle it. Because you look at a lot of people that claim that they from Africa or they descendants, they cannot handle that heat. And just like I said, man, I'm thinking that I'm sorry if science or whatever you want to use is against what I said. Is it Australia? Is it a lab? It's an experimental lab. Believe it or not, you live on a desert. This whole earth, no matter if you got mountains or not, this whole thing is desert. And they're finding proof that everything wasn't always carbon, because carbon is not as alive as what people said it is. The life can come out of carbon, but carbon is not alive. They find out the silicon is more alive. And it even makes sense because even with the chips and stuff, that you got natural silicone chips and stuff that you can put electricity through, and electricity will go through at different speeds. It makes sense. The silicone would be more life forming. Because think about it. Isn't that more of an alkaloid too? I'm just saying. Their Father put us somewhere where it's nice and, nice, like warm. It's good climates. No matter where we go, we can go into the cold if we want to, or we can go into like where it's nice and warm. He's always had us traveling. Now you guys are gonna travel. You guys ain't gonna just sit in one land and pollute like they got us doing now. We sit in one house and we just destroy the land. He didn't have us doing that. He had us using the whole land, just like the animals use the whole land. Because you got your gardeners and stuff out there. People don't like rabbits and stuff, but rabbits got to go out there and, sometimes they do too much, but usually they don't because they get put in check. But, rabbits go out there and they mow the lawn and all that. Same thing over in Africa. The elephants and big animals. They got big animals over there because there's more land. You got bigger animals to plow the land up and knock over dead trees and all that type of stuff. You got beavers over here, to bring water to other places because the trees are gone. So the beaver had to take over the job of the big trees. The big trees used to water everything. But then when you lost the huge trees, I'm talking about trees that you've never seen. Trees that are bigger than the redwood trees you used to have. Huge trees. Had a whole different chemical makeup, whole different compound makeup. And you can see when sometimes you look at them, you think, damn, they look like a giant tree. Look at them. Look at some of the plateaus and stuff and see what you see. You're going to be like, that used to be a tree. It's not a coincidence that it looks like a tree. That was just a big ass tree. It went up in the sky hundreds of feet, thousands of feet. Like I'm gonna tell you that the tallest tree on earth, probably, in my estimation, and this is just me, this ain't nothing scientific about it, by just looking at them, by just looking at some of the stuff that the stumps, I'm gonna say it had to be like 2,000 feet tall, at least. That'll make you gulp, huh? Gulp. 2,000 feet. That's a tall tree. Might have been more than that, brother. Derek said, I don't know. I just wait for fight dates and watch fight. That's a damn shame, brother, that we can't watch nothing. Yeah. But Derek said, yeah, he said it has to be reinforced in the family of who you should be, that to keep the lineage. Yeah, that's true too, though. And see, and that's why I was trying to teach, man. If you got girls, man, the girl, I'm sorry, you girls out there, you got to go to your dad. I'm sorry. If you got a punk ass dad, don't go to him. But if you got a real father, the one that you don't want to go to, you got to go to him. Not the one that's gonna say, oh, whatever make you happy. The one that's gonna be a little bit argumentative, a little bit like, is that so you really want? Because he gonna be like, he gonna put a case in front of you like, I thought you would choose somebody, a little bit closer to your dad liking or something like that. What's going on? He gonna try to find out what's going on. Your mom for the most part probably wasn't raised as a mom. I'm sorry, mine wasn't, and a lot of others just wasn't, and they're gonna be like, oh, you do what you like, baby. You can do anything. They're gonna tell you that bullshit that you can do anything, which is a lie. You can't just do anything. People always think they can do anything. Like, oh, yeah, I can do anything. No, you can't just do anything. They got laws. You can't just do anything. Stop acting like, oh, I can do anything. No, you can't. Stop it. I can't just go do anything. There's consequences. See somebody outside, I don't like them. Let me go out there and slap them real quick. You can't just do anything. Stop it. Yeah, but Derek, you're right though about that whole. About both all your points about family and all that. Your points about the fights is like, I can't do. I'm telling you, Derek. Look, if you look at some people that you might not even that you're not subscribed to look at all their videos, but just go back and look and see what they got. You're gonna be like, God dang, really? When you go back and see what they got, you're gonna be like, damn. When I say see what they got, to look how long their video is about something that may not even happen. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you got Floyd up here. Yeah, y'all can watch too though. You got Floyd up here, still showing off and still, but he just so relaxed. I mean, you get like that when you get relaxed, that's how you are. It's easy for you to keep your speed when you just relax with the youngsters, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. Somebody has up a video. It looks like rainy days. I don't know nothing about them, but they have a lot of. I guess it's a pretty big channel. I guess they talk about Sam Langford. Y'all might want to check that out. I'll probably check it out myself. They're talking about how people avoided him and stuff. But they got to know the real story, though. They got to know the story. I don't think that people. I don't think that Jack Johnson avoided him for just because he might get beat. I think he avoided him because of the money. Jack Johnson was a millionaire, man. He was into that money. Yeah, he was into that money. People don't understand that, man. He was into that gate. Before Sugar Ray Robinson came along, he was into that guy. I need to get that gate money. He had to make sure he's gonna get paid. A lot of people don't get it. No, he's just avoiding him. No, just you get paid. I mean, that's what we're talking about today, right? Aren't we still talking about that? We're talking about these fighters getting paid, but we try to stay out of their money. You know what I mean? We try to stay out of their money, but the whole thing is we still want them to get it done. Like, go get that money. We want them to go get the money so we can, because we don't care about the money. We want to see the fight, so we want y'all to go get the money. Go get the money. That's all I can say to you. Just go get the money so we watch the fight. We don't get to watch the fight if y'all still fighting over money. And like I said earlier, Bud got problems. Excuse me. Yeah. Bud got problems. Whether somebody think he got problems or not. If you thought he had problems, if you didn't think he had problems, however you look at it. But right now, and it's just not him, because we're not getting the fights that we need to get. We're just not getting them. Just not getting the fights, and that shows it right now. Is that we're just not getting all the fights, and we need to get these fights. Why are you fighting, and why we can't get the fight? Yeah. Yeah, but we're picking some of the fights we're picking, man. We're kind of missing on these fights. So hopefully we're gonna have a better weekend this week. I didn't put the Crow up because it was still cool. I could have put Crow up. Well, I could still get y'all anyway. I don't have to get y'all today. I can still get, because we all got to eat a little bit. But damn it, we let that concert cow get past us, Derek. We didn't even have no discussion, man. We just picking. You know what I mean? Because it's just, I'm getting so used to everybody just picking in here because I'll ask everybody, what do you see? And nobody wants to write that much. Because you don't have to write like a whole paragraph. What you can do is just write, I think it's the speed, this and that. Just write down a few things. I'll be like, okay, that's true. IQ, it's general, but I can put it together. You put the IQ, the, ring generalship or whatever you want to put through there. Yeah. And I'll check it out like that. Yeah. I don't even know if this is true about the Zion. I'm skipping. I'm off top right now, but Zion Williamson, I be putting heads on people's bodies and stuff. They're making him look like a giant bodybuilder now. I don't know. He might have got big like that. I know he's a big boy. But if he can stay healthy, not injure himself, injure his knees and all that, man, he's going to be a force in that basketball. Another Shaq-like player, but he's got so much more finesse too, though. So much more movement to be such a big dude, man. He got a lot of movement and stuff. Yeah. Oh, wow. I shouldn't even be scanning when I'm going through this. Yeah. Wow. I'm looking at somebody I just seen the Foreman versus Norton is up. Foreman versus Norton. That wasn't much. I mean, once they started going. Oh, wow. Yeah, if you look back at George, man. Yeah, if you look back at George, you'll realize that George was on another level as far as like brutality. When George was fighting, George was like on a whole different. He was on a whole different level when it came to brutality, man. These fighters think that they brutal, like they watch Tyson and all this, but you never really seen George when George wasn't. I mean, even when he got slow, he was still. I mean, people still had to be cautious and stuff. There's a lot of big punches that you've seen just get beat up. I mean, you see George get beat up, but wouldn't nobody just stand there and beat George up? Like, even if he got beat up, you ain't gonna just stand there and keep fighting him close. Like, I'm gonna keep fighting him. No, the whole time that you be cautious, like, shit, he's still here. I can't hurt him. I can't really hurt him. I better get on the bicycle a little bit because I can't afford to get caught. I mess around and get caught. Because once George caught you, like a lot of fighters, people wouldn't worry about getting caught. Like, I'll go down, like, I'm gonna get back up, ain't no problem. Even Tyson, nobody got worried about getting, knocked out or whatever all the time. I can just hold him. He's small. He's short. I can just drape over him, and keep him from knocking me out. It'll be a boring fight. But George, you always have to be careful. Like, oh shit, I better be careful out here. He might touch me. If George touch you and you just, all your senses leave. Like, oh shit, I got touched. Felt like somebody hit me with a sledgehammer or something. Yeah, but you're right though about waiting for the fights. Yeah. You think he's coming back? No, you know what? It's hard to tell if anybody what people do, man. It's hard to tell. Sometimes you'll think. I'm gonna be honest with you though. George Foreman old as I don't know what. But I still wouldn't pick I wouldn't pick every heavyweight against him, that's for sure. I wouldn't pick every heavyweight against George Foreman, that's for sure. I'd be stupid to try to pick anybody, even at his age. That's a damn shame when you that old. And shit, I can see him training up, especially if it's not like a championship fight. You see George going 3 or 4 rounds with you. You be running your ass off for 3 or 4 rounds. But 3 or 4 rounds, he might catch you. Hit you one of them clubs. Hit you in your ribs. Or time you and make you run into an uppercut. Have that hit. Have you fallen off the screen? Yeah. You talking about the video with Tank and them? Yeah. They say that White is pulling out of the Fury fight. Why he don't want no championship? See what I'm saying? That's why I stick with my energy, Derek. That's why I don't go nowhere else with this energy. That's why I keep my energy of saying, are you fighting? Who's fighting? Why? Is Charlo fighting? Is Canelo fighting? Who's fighting? Eubanks is fighting. Carissa Shields is fighting. Who else is fighting? Keith Thurman's fighting. We got a few names that are fighting right now. Everybody else, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what Tank is doing. I don't know what Stevenson is doing. I don't know what Haney's doing. I don't know what Kambosos is doing. You guys know which fights we need to see. Y'all get these damn fights done, man. We tired of waiting on y'all, man. I don't want to wait for y'all. Y'all not that important to me, man. I won't even buy your pay-per-view. That's what happened, man, is you guys wait so long, you make us not even want to get your pay-per-view. I'm going to have to talk to somebody like, man, yeah, you got that. Let me share your pay-per-view with you or something. I'm going to be sharing pay-per-view with somebody. I'm not going to buy my own. You messing around. I go to a bar and watch you. I'll spend $10 to get in or whatever and buy some french fries and watch you. I get there late. I won't even pay attention to your fight half. I won't even pay attention to your whole fight. And if you mess around too long, I might mess around and root against you while I'm in there. So everybody looking at me like, yeah, you know he's going to win. I know. I said, I know he's going to win, but I'm rooting against him right now. And the reason I'm rooting against him because he was on some old suspect. He was on some old suspect type of shit. And me and Derek mad at him right now. Yeah. Derek Bay said, True George is a big dude. And you feel it, yeah, your bones when he hit you. Yeah, when he hit you, yeah. You don't, Derek said, I don't know. Yeah, Big George come through, man. Please, Big George is man. I don't care how George can smile all he want to. Big George is mean. Always been mean. I'm sorry. He just mean. That's all there's to it. Big George is just still a big monster. I don't care. He's still a big monster. He can still. They say power is the last thing he lost. When he was fighting, almost 50 years old, did it look like he lost any power when he hit you? Did it look like he lost power? No. And he was doing curls then. I know he never did no weight training. He got older, he was still doing curls. It's like making his arms even stronger. I'm like, oh man. Want to see? That's why everybody's running. Like, nah, don't get hit by George. Whatever you do, don't. You know you faster. You damn sure couldn't fight him in no small ring. They put your ass in an 8x8, you in trouble. You in trouble. Yeah, Derek said maybe we should start a legacy channel. Just talk about the old, all the old good fights from back in the day. That's true too. You could. Yeah. Oh yeah. Derek said, yeah, he hiding better now, but just don't make him mad. No, I can't. You can't make that old man mad. That man, that still hurt you. People, oh, you old. Yeah, I can see somebody all huffed up at him. Yeah, I mean what? Nigga, you better leave him alone. You gonna be out here sleeping in front of everybody. Derek said I saw a bag recently with George hitting the bag. Yeah, George ain't fooling nobody, man. I know George. Man, look, George is not fooling nobody. George will still, he'll still hand you up. You might be faster and can move, but don't get stuck nowhere. Cause you can't always fight in a 22x22 ring. Shit, sometimes you might get caught in the alley or something, in the corner, in the hallway or something, talking. And it don't take, even with a big man like that, it don't take, I mean, he might have speed just enough to throw that one punch quick, and it might be completely lights out. That's a shame right there, though. But yeah, we're gonna get these fights in, Derek. It's just, I don't know, brother. That's why I wanted to talk about it, man. The discussion was pretty good discussion, but it could have been a little bit better and a little bit more input. I know a lot of people had to leave or whatever, but yeah, we need to see who's gonna fight. We know we got Keith coming up, Keith fighting and all that, but yeah, we need to see more action and less paperwork. I'm tired of just worried about somebody's paperwork. Oh yeah, they gonna fight. I don't care nothing about what you say. They're always saying something that somebody's gonna fight. They gonna do this. Hey, you ain't gonna do nothing until we see it. That's all I'm waiting on, brother. I just want to see it. So y'all get out there, y'all fight. Charlos, y'all get out there and fight. Buds, y'all get out there and fight. Spencers, y'all get out there and fight. I even heard one, what was it, earlier that even Bivol got avoided. I'm like, wow. Now Bivol getting avoided. I'm like, y'all something else, man. I just read that. It was early. I read it on something else that some the guy's trying to deny that he's trying to deny it though. No, I wasn't trying to avoid Bivol. Yeah. Oh man, please. Everybody's avoiding everybody. Y'all too worried about O's. Y'all too worried about money. Y'all too worried about everything. So stop being worried about everything. Stop being worried about everything. And let's go get these fights made. Shit, I'll start doing track and field instead, or do something else. Cause I love all the sports shit. I get back into basketball or football or something like that. Yeah, if I do a football channel, I'll have a bigger audience for sure. Yeah, it's easier to keep up with. Just gotta keep that injury report updated and all that. No fantasy. Just talk about it. Just talk about it. But yeah, I gotta go. I'm about to let my time burn up. I gotta go train this afternoon, so I gotta go down the block in a little bit. Yep. Derek said I ain't ordering Keith's fight either. Yeah, it's like, man, it's just these fighters. They kill it, man. They kill their own status. 2.5 years off. Like, come on, man. You fighters ain't Ali or something. Ali could stay out for so long or whatever. Even Roberto Duran used to be able to stay out. Used to be able to take hiatus or whatever. Used to be able to stay out of boxing and come back. Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson, and all the great fighters could stay out for a while. But you fighters can't stay out. You can't. You cannot. Even Floyd didn't stay out more than a year or so, right? A year and some change the first time. Then come on, stop it. Y'all not that kind of popular right there. Yeah, Derek said, yeah, no one wants a real fight. It's like, God dang, man, come on now. Let's get this going, man. Let's get back into boxing, man. Meanwhile, I gotta get out of here, brother. Um, yeah, my shout out to all the real people that I see. Y'all know what it is, Monday. And my shout out to all y'all that mess with me. Y'all know what it is. Eagles wear boxing like always. With me is nothing but blessings. It's a fun chat. I don't care who I talk to, as long as I'm getting some words out and I got one person responding. Y'all can go to work or do whatever you gotta do. It's still gonna work out for us, you know what I mean? That's how it does. It works out for us like that. That we talk about it and we get it done. That's it. We come out here and get the deal done. Talking about this, and hopefully maybe somebody will listen to us, and they'll start getting out there and getting these fights done, baby. That's all I can say, man. Hopefully y'all go out there and get these fights done, man. So we go, oh damn, that's a good fight. We're not having weeks and weeks where we just get so excited. Oh man, you see this devastating knockout or this and that. The whole even conversation in boxing is always all we could do now is fight because it was a split decision or something like that, or we think a decision was given to somebody that was undeserving. I mean, that's the conversation in boxing. We're not saying stuff like, oh, he wouldn't took that. We're not. Our conversation, you see what I mean? I'm not saying we're not getting no TKOs and no KOs, but I'm saying like a lot of unexpected fights or fights that we think might be close or we might think go one way. We're not getting the decisions like we need to get. We're just it's like, really? That's it? Oh man, I think it was closer. We always got to go back and investigate and look. Okay, well, you could possibly gave it to the other fighter. What happened to all the what's happening to all the dominant performances and stuff? Because even when we had the Fabulous Four, we know most time we knew who won the fight. The closest fight out of all them fights was Sugar Ray Leonard versus Marvin Hagler. But if you go back, you realize that Hagler just gave him the fight for coming out fighting wrong the first, and that's what greats do sometimes. Like, I'm surprised. Sometimes all your surprises don't work. If you're not used to using surprises, they don't work all the time. And that's all it is now. But now they surprising us by not fighting. Oh shit! Get your ass out there and fight. Don't make Derek come get you. All right. I'm gonna catch y'all, man.